I think there's this saying that goes something like, life is what happens outside of your comfort zone. And I think that that's very true. So in this video, we are going to do something that I have never done before. Hola amigos! So you probably already guessed it, we are back at the waterfall, Charles Rock I think it's called, and today I'm gonna jump in. I brought my bathing suit, I brought towels, I brought something warm to wear. I'm gonna swim under a waterfall today. That's something I've never done before, but it actually has been on my bucket list for ages. That's just like so cool and so main character. And I don't know, I just really want to do that. And apparently you can jump from the rocks here as well, but I'm gonna go in there first at like a flat side and then swim where I would land if I jump off the rocks, and then dive and test if everything's safe there. And I have my partner with me, so I'm not doing this alone, don't worry about it. And I really hope you can hear me. The waterfall is loud, but I can't find a place where it's more quiet. So I'm trying to speak very loud and just hope that you'll bear with me. Honestly, I'm a bit disappointed because my weather app told me it's supposed to be nice and sunny and warm the whole day, and it's so cloudy. And that's really sad because I was really hoping for a nice, sunny, water fun day. But that's all right, we're gonna make the most of it. The weather app still says it's not supposed to rain, so I'm happy as long as it doesn't rain. Knock on wood. I brought this hammock all the way from Germany. I've never used it once. To be honest, I mostly brought it because I thought I could use it when we're using the camper van, which will happen next month. And then when we're like at these cute little campsites where I can just pop my hammock there. I don't think that's gonna happen because it'll be very cold on the South Island where we're gonna go. So I basically brought this and didn't use it at all. Today is the day, at least one time. So I'm walking around here looking for a good little spot to hang my hammock. There's a really cool spot over there, right by the waterfall. But it's like literally if I hang it between these two trees and I would fall directly onto the rocks in the waterfall. And the trees look kind of skinny and shaky. I don't think it's worth it. I found another spot here that has a lot more trees. Some of them are a bit thicker. They look a bit more sturdy. And I'm gonna hang it here. And if I fall down, I'm gonna fall on some grass. That's better, I think. Come along and stick around as I will jump into a waterfall basically. I'm so excited. It's gonna be cold, but it's gonna be worth it, I hope. Also, I'm gonna try one of these brownies I baked yesterday. I don't think that they'll actually taste good. We had some chickpea flour from another recipe that I wanted to use up, so I googled a recipe for chickpea flour brownies, and that's the only flour in here. And when I tasted the batter yesterday, it tasted a lot like chickpeas, and also we didn't have anything else but olive oil, so I greased the pan with olive oil, and there's also olive oil in here. So they might not be very good. My partner already tasted one and said they were alright. But I'm gonna do a live taste test and I hope that they're edible. They don't look bad. They taste like a salty rosemary olive cracker that has some chocolate on it. I don't think they're good. I think my partner was too nice about them. I mean, I'm gonna eat them because I hate food waste. But I cannot recommend baking with chickpea flour. And when I tasted the batter, I also added like double the amount of sugar in there and 2 full scoops of peanut butter. Didn't really help. I don't know, maybe it did help. Maybe that would be even worse. But yeah, you live and you learn. I think it's time to jump into the water. It is not warm. The sun has went back behind the clouds again. This is going to be very cold, I reckon. But we're going to do it either way, because when else will I get a chance like this? It's okay. It's okay. Life happens outside of your comfort zone. And the sun came out for me. I feel so alive right now. It feels a bit surreal. I'm shaking so much. I think the adrenaline is kind of wearing off now. That was a great decision though. I'm really glad, I'm really proud that I did this. And I'm so glad I have somebody here to film it for me. Wow. Honestly, it's not even that cold once I'm outside of the water, because the water was so cold. Now that I'm here completely wet, but outside of the water, it's actually kind of warm. And the sun came out. I could not be happier. What a life. Of course, there have barely been any people since we've been here. And then the second I want to change from my bikini into my dry underwear, there are people coming. And now there's people here, there's people on the other side of the waterfall. I have no idea how they got there. But little life hack for you, if you need to change in public, wear a long floaty skirt. That helps a lot. That's such a great invention, honestly. I know this will probably be the only time I'm going to use it, but I am so glad I packed it, because this is really cool. Maybe I just need to find ways to use them more often. Even when we'll be on the South Island and it will be very cold, maybe I just have to bundle up in some clothes with a nice blanket. Because it's so comfortable, and you can swing, you can make it swing. Feel like a baby being cradled in her mama's arms. What's really important when you're spending time outside, making a little camp like we did, is to leave nothing behind. So we packed all of the stuff back up. We didn't really have any trash, but if we had, we would have packed it up too. And make sure that you don't do anything that harms the beautiful environment. And if you want to get some extra karma points, then you not only just take everything you brought with you, but you also pick up some trash you find along the way, and then you throw that into the next bin you see, and that then results in all of the beautiful places being cleaner and more enjoyable for everybody. Imagine living here. Alright, it is the next day. Yesterday, after we got back from the waterfalls, it was basically dark and we just went grocery shopping, had dinner and everything. But I wanted to film an outro, and I'm really annoyed by the noise out here. Of course, now the street has to be louder. I really hope it's okay. I'm trying to talk a bit louder. You can hear the waterfall in the background, and just imagine that's like on purpose background noise. White noise, you know? I am so glad that I jumped into that water yesterday. It was so freaking cold, but I wanted to let you off with something I learned during life coaching. My then life coach, now best friend, told me back then about getting into new habits and, you know, overall changing anything in your life, really. And I would tell her, yeah, you know, I want to change XYZ, but I often lack motivation. I always think I want to do that, and then I come to the point where I actually have to do it and I don't have the motivation anymore. And she told me, you don't need motivation if you are committed. And this phrase, this way of thinking, has completely changed the way I look onto my actions and what I want to change and what I want to do. Because if you're committed, you kind of already set the rules for yourself. So yesterday, for example, I was so committed to get into that water, jump down that waterfall, because I was thinking to myself, I don't know if I will ever get a chance like this again. Probably not New Zealand the next couple of years. Maybe in Europe again. But I was just thinking, this is such a beautiful area here. I just want to enjoy it, and I want to swim in that water, even if it's cold. So in my head, the alternative to not jump in there didn't really exist, because I was committed. I had already decided I'm going to go in there. So when it came to the actual moment of getting into the water, and it was so cold, freezing cold, I don't know if I've ever been into colder water. The option of not doing it just didn't exist. I was like, well, I already decided, you know, there's no other way. I don't really have a choice right now. So I just did it. And she also taught me, which is also very helpful, when you need to do something, if you already made the decision, you don't need any more energy to decide, okay, but am I going to do this now or not? Or am I not going to do it? So I think that's just something I wanted to let you off with today. If you really want to make a change, you just have to be committed. You don't have to be motivated. You just have to find out why this is so important to you, and then you just have to decide to do it. That's easier said than done, but in my experience, this mindset shift really did a lot to help me with making changes. And if you want to get out of your comfort zone more often, then I would suggest you hit that subscribe button, because next week I'm actually going to upload a video of some ways how you could get out of your comfort zone. And it's like big ways, small ways, but it's a really good thing to do, because if you get out of your comfort zone more often, your confidence grows and you just experience cooler things. At least that has been my experience. So stay tuned for that next week, subscribe, and also let me know in the comments if you've ever swum that close to a waterfall. I would love to hear that. And also let me know a thing that you did that was out of your comfort zone, but you just you're so grateful you did it. I would love to hear that. Let me know in the comments. And now, as a special treat, I wanted to give you an update about the butterfly. Maybe you remember a couple of weeks ago, 2.5 weeks, I think now, 2 or 3 weeks now, we found that a caterpillar had made its little cocoon in the garden we're house sitting at right now, and we took it inside so that it was safe, and the butterfly finally hatched from the cocoon, and there is a little story time about that. So I'm going to play that now, and after that I'll be seeing you again next week in another video. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye! was just relocating another caterpillar I found down there. He was very exposed to the birds, and there isn't really a good plant down there, so I just took him. And I'm trying to get him on the milkweed over here because I know that they like the milkweed. I think that this is milkweed. And I saw, look, up there, there's another caterpillar, and it's hanging from the leaves like that because I think it's just about to make its cocoon. Look at it, it's so beautiful, it's huge. I also read online that it's very important that you hang the cocoon high enough so that when they come out of the cocoon, they're able to spread their wings and let them dry. So that's really important to consider if you want to do that as well, that your jar is large enough for them to spread their wings. Okay, butterfly update. After a day, it's still sitting here, so I thought it might be hungry, and I'm just giving it some paper that is soaked in sugar water, so hopefully it'll be able to eat from that. The butterfly sat on the spot I set him outside for a couple of days, 2 days I think, and he didn't eat. So I googled, and apparently sometimes they need help to actually use their little trunk. I don't know. And I got a toothpick, like it said on the internet. I got a toothpick and helped him unroll his little trunk mouth situation, and now he's eating. You see his little trunk going down there? There, he's eating. Yes. I think what the butterfly needs is sun. I transferred him to a different spot where there were flowers, and that was a bit warmer because the sun came in, because he was in the shadow, because I wanted to hide him from the rain and also from birds who might eat him. I force fed him another time down here, and then we went for a walk with the dogs. And then I found him up here when we came back. And he's just bathing in the sun and spreading his wings. I think he's drying them out. And hopefully he'll be able to fly very soon. He's flying! Yay! Oh my god, I got it on camera! Good job, buddy!